fun.
My dad always said that Chryslers were built by Klingons.
A lot of tractor fumes.
Well, usually I get... Alright guys, welcome back. We are back in the shop tonight. We are finally going to get this converter switched out. Matt Rice from DNR Auto, he borrowed one of my dad's converters and it was in his Dodger for a while and he finally got it back to us. We don't know if it's going to be perfect or not. I think it's like a 3800 stall. This was actually the first converter that we put in my blue truck when it was on nitrous and it was a little tight. We're gonna go ahead and try out this converter. My dad's gonna lend it to us, so we're gonna clean it up. It looks like it's been on fire and everything else. So we're gonna clean it up and switch them out tonight, and hopefully everything goes smoothly. I just did this the other day. We just did this, taking out the transmission out of my blue truck. So we this is like, that was our practice run. This is the full thing. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
And while we're doing that, Jeff's gonna keep wiring. He's still at it.
Psych! That's the wrong number!
Hello.
Hello. I gotta show you guys this. So they hammer tone finished the bell housing. Why? I don't get it. Why is everything hammer toned? Oh my god. Somebody wasted so much money hammer toning all this stuff. So much time and effort went into this. Oh my, it just gets worse the longer you look. Oh, okay, so there's a lot of leaking stuff down here. It's probably because it's a turbo 350. There's transmission fluid everywhere. There's some on the bottom of the pan. There's some on the tail shaft. There's some on the bottom of the bell housing. Is this gonna come out or not?
What you doing?
Taking off the starter.
How's it going?
It's going great, though I don't know if it's gonna be able to get out of here. Once I unbolt it, I don't know that it's gonna get through the headers or not.
So you started getting used to the lift at your parents' again, didn't you? Now
Well,
you're back on the floor.
at least I'm not hitting my head every 5
I
seconds.
just watched you hit your head.
Well, there goes the first starter bolt.
You about did it again.
I'm the one under the car, okay?
Okay. You just got right to work. Wasted
Well, Jeff made us late. Imagine that.
Oh, I saw what time you got here.
How's the wiring going?
Well, I'm just thinking. It's a lot of thinking.
Thousands of tears later.
Brake switch. Brake switch. Brake switch. Your lights on?
Yeah.
Hey, tell me if they come on. Now.
Yeah, they're on.
Just everything comes out of this, and you got to figure out what's going where and what's turning around and coming back, and just stuff going in every direction.
So I just realized I'm about to take this header out and the starter's laying on the header. And I did not disconnect the starter wire. So it might just hang by the wire.
Wait a minute. There shouldn't be any wires on the starter.
There isn't?
No, we already took them off, remember?
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, sick, okay. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember I was a struggle bus the last time I was trying to do this.
You got loose already?
Yeah, I'm taking the header off. But there's just the last bolt and
Oh, no you're not.
what?
Because that one tube comes out separately. So this tube is independent, and it's.
Oh,
I think it's a slip fit in the. Is it not?
Yeah, it's a slip.
Because it goes around the torsion bar, so you can't take it out in one piece.
Okay. Yeah, no, I see that.
Try to take that bolt out.
So I can just go down there and disconnect them then?
Well, that tube should just pull out from the collector. In theory. Probably gonna have to end up hammering it out. I'm sure it's not gonna want to just pull out.
Oh, Jesus.
There's no way.
It started moving.
Can you wiggle it? Got the header bolt out.
Yeah, it almost hit me in the eyeball.
I've been there.
Oh my goodness.
Hindsight, we probably should have left. We probably should have left their whole header bolted in except for that tube, so it would hold itself. So I might put one bolt back in. Might have a better chance now. So the more it wants to come out, the more it's into the frame. You see that?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Everything is very tight on this car.
Oh yeah. Well, this is a step header, so tubes get pretty big. Ooh. Hey, that might be a keeper. Gasket. Oh, these are TTI. Gaskets got expensive. They used to be 20 bucks, now they're like 50. All right, what about now? Can you you got room against the or away from the frame now?
Yeah.
I know what a regular small block port looks like, and that's big. We're hitting the spark plugs.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't know what to do here.
This is miserable.
Watch, he's gonna go to pull on them, and they're just gonna come right apart.
That's Tommy.
Alright, I think I can get in here.
Who's calling me this late at night? Who it is? Hello?
Oh, it's almost out.
Oh, well, we're about an hour in, and all we've done is got the starter off, so. I don't know if you hear this, but wrenches are flying.
Here, look what I got.
Oh, I mean, is Dad allowed to stop over?
Tonight?
Yeah, he wants to.
Sure.
Jeff says sure.
One more hour before I'm out.
We're awfully grumpy, though.
Who's weak?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm a struggle bus over here. Okay, bye. Well, my dad's on his way. Sorry.
You know, if you had a lift, if you had a lift, doesn't matter, I can't move the ar. You have no axle. Because they're losers. Oh, here's another bolt.
He thought this was going to be the hardest part of his night, and then your dad calls. He's now coming.
I don't see it being possible. There's no way. No, there's no way. Now we've got a starter on there for luggage. No, this is not possible.
Yeah, I don't.
So the question is, will it go down? What is it hitting?
It's hitting the
Steering.
idler and pitman arm.
Yep. And I can't turn the wheels right now. Jack the car up. Which I can do. think about this. Okay. Oh Lord, they're both roll pins. So I gotta knock that pin out in order to get the steering column out. Now, this is an adapter that... So, what's going on here is this is an adapter, because this car had power steering originally. So this is a power steering column, and this is a manual steering box. So this is an adapter that was been put in place, and it has to, well, it has to go back together eventually.
Right, but I mean, like,
Yeah, I mean, starter's got to go on first, and then if the steering column out of the way, this header will come right out. I mean, it's the only thing that's in the way. Well, I don't think it matters, because you can take all the steering off. It doesn't matter because it's not getting past the steering column, the shaft.
yeah.
I just don't think it's physically possible.
You're right.
I mean, unless the header could go back to get past the cylinder head on the, like, no, there's no way. I just don't think it's physically possible. I just think it's part of the process. I mean,
Go back inside.
Tommy said, Tommy asked him, listen to the car, Jeff, what's it telling you? And he replies, go inside. Of course, the second I turn off the camera.
Go back inside.
the door.
Oh, goodness.
That sounds like the 64.
Sorry, knock that roll pin out first.
Good idea wearing a white shirt.
You guys never learn.
Hey, went all apart.
You guys, what did I do?
You always destroy clothes.
Well,
Hey, Daddy.
hello.
What are we doing?
Struggling.
You don't say.
Struggle bus.
Struggle.
Jeffrey doesn't struggle. He works smarter, not harder.
So let me explain you the situation.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
The smartest thing
We're
would be-
working on a Dodge.
Let me explain something to you.
Problem.
Oh, hi,
Oh.
Jeff.
Hi, William. Here's the problem.
What's the
Here's
problem?
what we got going on.
I'm ready, Jeffrey. Tell me your problems.
If this wasn't a hybrid,
Oh, it's that kind of problem.
this transmission would have been on the ground by now.
Is that right?
Yes, that's my fearless prediction. No, I wouldn't even go that far.
Oh my goodness.
Now we got steering columns coming out. And
Oh.
So, I was told to take the starter off. And I did.
do what you're told.
I did.
Dude,
But the header should have came off
the
first.
decal.
Oh, that's not staying.
That's sick. I like it.
First,
What?
we need to leave that open for sponsorship opportunities.
Speaking of which,
What?
I just got a message tonight.
Who?
A friend,
What
No.
friend?
Kale, at Melling. Remember him?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course I do.
His love for flat black darts.
Sorry to hear about the truck. Glad you made it back, or it made it back. If you need anything for the 64, let me know.
What you did.
I already did that. I did it today, but I told him. But he said we would glad to help you with any project you guys have going. Also, would love to help with Tommy's truck build, cam, pump, valve train, anything we offer that will help is yours.
That's cool, man.
So,
Get more stuff stolen.
our friend, our friend Kale from Melling, we got to meet him at PRI this year. Kale sent us an oil pump for the Hemi, just out of nowhere, and we have
Really?
not been able to unbox it or anything because the Hemi's still sitting over there and we haven't got to work on it yet. But when that time comes, we will fully unbox it. But
Timing set too.
we cannot thank Melling enough, Kale from Melling,
This happened.
for sending us the oil pump. He's been super cool about it. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad he wants to help us so much. But he sent it without even saying anything.
I know, I was walking around the shop asking who picked this stuff up, and they're like, oh, Melling sent it. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
So Melling's the bomb. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm not
super
paid
nice.
to say that.
They're super nice. I think he even, when we were at PRI, he sent me a text too saying that Erica Anders was over there. And of course,
Yeah.
I had to leave because I was sick. I was so upset. He was like, "You want to meet her?"
All right, let's go back over here to Jeff. So anyways, I unbolted the starter and now it's stuck in the header tubes because there's not enough room. And the headers can't come out because the steering column is in the way. Which means the transmission can't come out, which means the converter can't come out. So everything's like...
Look, the only thing...
What have you got in your hand?
That's hammer.
a ball peen.
So there's a couple significant events in a man's life. One of them is knocking the roll pin out of one of these steering columns. Like there's marriage, your first child, second one never doesn't matter. We all know that. And then there's one of these roll pins on one of these.
That was for you, Tommy. He's trying to make you feel better. You're the only second child in this room.
With age comes wisdom. Look at that. And I got it. It's on the ground. That's a miracle.
It is.
It's an absolute miracle. All I want to do was wiring tonight.
Did you say wiring?
All I want to do is wiring.
Yeah, this was supposed to be our job, like taking out the transmission, me and her. He was just gonna wire while we do that.
Oh, I know better. If you think I'm that dumb.
Hey now.
You didn't think.
Well,
Are you seeing things through my eyes?
While you're doing this, I'll start working on the wiring.
Please do.
Let's see what we've got here.
Not much, that's for sure.
What's that guy's name from the Muppets, the Swedish chef? Mork, mork, mork.
Don't mess it up. You're messing it up. He's got it all organized and you're messing it up.
They don't know anything about the Muppets.
Oh. Sorry.
I'll bet.
It was organized.
They don't know anything about the Muppets.
What's this clip lead for? Are you using this to wire this car? Like, is this an integral
permanent.
part of
That's
your
permanent.
wiring?
Oh, I gotta take.
Uncle Bucko uses these all the time. All right, enough screwing around. It's time for productivity.
He's into wall.
Who does?
My uncle, my dad, Kenny.
I don't make fun of you for using nothing.
Hey, man.
Okay.
Chelsea's a
He's chucking me under the
strong.
bus.
Jeremy, my Kenny.
Jeremy makes fun of everyone for everything.
Look, jealousy is a strong emotion.
Look, there's a reason why I do a lot of voiceover with music, so that you really can't hear what Jeremy's saying.
He's got to be censored so bad.
Yes,
You're just censoring
Not
him, Dad.
suitable for some audiences.
correct. And Tommy just turns him loose with an open mic.
It's very
dangerous.
entertaining.
That's dangerous.
Dangerous. He kept saying, he was like, breaking rusty bolts and catching crackheads.
Mom and I were just watching that video at the house. What did he say? I already did it. I already did a dance. I made a crackhead cry or something.
Yeah.
My
It's called
God.
making crackheads cry.
He's never gonna let that go, is he?
No. He's going to be telling that story for years to come.
All right, someone might have to pull that away from me.
I'm on top of it, Jeffrey. God.
Hold on there. Hold on there.
Whoa, what are you doing, boy?
Hold on there, Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill?
All right. What do I need to do? Pull?
Pull. Pull harder. There you go, boy. You got it, son. Yeah.
Jeff's older than my dad.
This was not in my plans tonight.
You got a steering column.
Oh, you know what? I see what the problem is.
Gas?
Got no gas in it.
Torsion bars.
Yes, thank you.
No, that's the solution. It's not the problem. All right, get out of there. Tommy, starter. Dive.
Oh,
Goodbye.
bye-bye now.
Yeah, we'll see you. Bye-bye. Now we'll come right out the top. You ready?
No. Hold on.
thought it was going down the bottom.
Who's stepping on me?
I think it's going to have to come out the top.
It's a toss-up, man. No, I think it's going to go out the bottom.
Just look at the mess.
Pick up the header.
Look at the problem.
There you go. There you go. Now take the... So you see where the starter's hitting the bell housing?
Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute. Put the nose of the starter straight up. Or that way. There you go. Now it'll drop down. Watch your fingers. There you go. The difference if you did that. Yep. Yep, right there. There you go.
Starter's out.
You got her, boy.
Starter's out.
Got the header too.
Here's starter.
Oh, thanks.
So next time we take the header out first.
Next time.
Why does that header tube look like... Remember that thing off the Muppets, Gonzo? It looks like his little
No,
snort.
you got to know.
Well, we know what
It's entertaining. It looks like Gonzo's snork right there.
I've been watching Cops.
You're actually... Yeah, live.
So what
In person.
what's the problem, Jeffrey? I mean, this whole problem is stemming from a transmission? A hybrid?
The collectors are very much under the transmission. So there's no way it's going to drop out without. Now, I think it'll come out now with just one header out, but I don't think there was any chance. Plus, we couldn't get the starter. The starter it's just trapped in there. I mean, there's no way. Where'd that header go?
I wonder if we could have got the header out without unbolting the starter.
Well, let's put it back in and try.
Don't insane.
Why are you confused?
Why are some of the bell housing bolts backwards?
Because hybrid.
Why what?
Are you telling me your bell housing bolts go that way,
No.
but that one is?
Hybrid.
Yeah, that's normal.
What?
But mine go that way.
Right, the bottom block on the bottom of the block on Mopar comes from the front to the back.
The head's on this side.
On a Chrysler transmission, the bottom two bolts in the bell housing are threaded, and there's just a hole in the block, so it draws it in. And what's cool about that is you can use it to draw the transmission in really easy.
My dad always said that Chryslers were built by Klingons.
A lot of tractor fumes.
Well, usually I get.
So yes, to answer your question, the bottom two bolts go that way, and the other four all
Is there
go.
6 or 7?
They're 6.
Interesting.
Well,
I'm confused.
I think there is 7. There's a top one.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 3 top ones.
Well, there's one in the center.
Strange.
So let's talk about this converter. You were saying this thing's going to have even a lower first gear. Isn't that going to be worse? Because you said that was behind a, what, 300 and what inch motor?
415.
A 415.
Yeah.
With a power glide,
Yes.
which is like gear 1.5.
No, 1.8.
That's worse. Well, first of the 2 gears in a power glide is going to be about
Second gear. About like second gear in this.
You said it was too loose.
I thought the
Yeah. So if it was a little bit too loose in a glide, it would be better because this is geared lower. It makes it easier for the input shaft to turn. So that's why I was thinking that converter may work out pretty decent in this. Like, I don't think this thing's going to be like really stingy. Like, it's not going to be real picky about what it wants.
look. This thing was in Matt's Dodger. Which what was it? Did he have an LS in it, or was it a?
Yes.
It's no less.
Was it a 5.3?
Well, yes.
So
Well,
that was a 3. Was like
originally it had a small block Chevy in it, but when my transmission converter was in it, it had the LS in it for a while, and then it was set on fire twice.
Furnace brazed.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I don't think the transmission, the converter was hurt. It just baked the decals off the transmission. So.
yeah.
So you think it's worth a try?
Oh yeah.
Hope it doesn't work. I mean, he's really good at taking
Well, I
this
mean,
apart.
right. So it's not like it's a big deal to swap the converter in this car. So
Here's
what
the
I'm
thing.
all right, I'm ready.
If it doesn't work, here's the good thing. It'll be at your house on the lift next time.
Yeah, we can do it on the lift. That's easy.
Right.
If it doesn't work, we just spray more.
Piece of cake. Yeah, that's the thing. If it's too tight, you just throw more spray at it until it loosens
So
up.
loosens up, right? So something loosens up. Like the low gear clutch pack.
No. Hey, and
Oh, bonus.
yeah, we have another Turbo 350 now. I have my spare Vickers.
Oh, you had it back.
Yeah, Turbo 350. So we got spare transmission for this car.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We have no idea what's in this transmission.
It's just stock. This is what I can tell. I mean, it shifts automatic.
Oh, it's probably got a- right.
It's a 252 low gear, just stock Turbo 350. Probably has a little shift kit in it or
Right,
something.
that's what I'm saying. It probably just got a decent rebuild at some point before you put it in here.
So you truly think that this converter will work?
Oh, I know it will. I know it will. But if it needs to be adjusted, Bubba Rafferty will definitely help us. I mean, he built this converter originally. He knows what's in it. And
But
we can make adjustments from there. It just sucks that it's so difficult to get the converter out of this car. But I would think on a lift it would be easier.
Well, maybe we should put it back together in a way that it's not so bad.
well, I mean, every car has a sequence to certain things.
Yeah.
This one is the starter's got to go in. It cannot. The header can't be in there.
Well, at least we.
So
know
the
this
header's got to
time.
come out. So we know. I mean, the header. When I'm done, that steering shaft will not be that difficult to take out. It actually wasn't that bad anyway. But I'm gonna replace that with a U joint.
Okay.
I'm gonna get rid of that factory. Because the reason this is a little weird is because this was a power steering car,
Oh, yeah.
and it got a little adapter. So he put a manual steering box on the car,
Right.
but he kept the power steering shaft.
Yeah,
So there's an adapter on there which I will just get rid of.
I got you.
And it's it's not that difficult to take out. I mean, because I'm going to use the I'm still going to use the wiring harness. It's a stinky.
You know, does it have an MSD distributor in it, Jeffrey, or what's?
It does.
Oh, nice. Nice. So-
crowded in here or not, you know what? These are going under the car.
You know, one day when we do turbos, I have no idea where we're gonna put them.
On this?
Yes.
Oh, well.
I mean, look at it.
Well, you're not getting out of yourself at all.
Hey, I like to think ahead.
Hey, are we using this 6AL box on this car?
Yeah.
Don't let go of that, whatever you do. They don't make them like that anymore. Old boy.
Well,
Those new digital boxes. I'm gonna start buying up every one of these I can find that's clean.
I'm not a big fan of
I remember this. It sucked.
Here come the lift comments.
Told you.
Oh boy. Have you already been tightening or loosening anything?
I haven't touched anything.
Okay, good. Obviously,
A lot of this is discovered, you know.
obviously they didn't mean for anybody to ever take this back apart again. Like, that was not part of the...
Dear Lord. Are you really on that tight?
Yeah, they're that tight.
There's no reason.
Plus the
Should we take the header off?
The kick down cable, is it that hard to get this header?
I don't have no idea,
God,
man.
this header looks terrible.
What doesn't go around the torsion bar?
My God, we're disassembling the entire vehicle.
Oh, you have no idea. Oh, please. I think this header should come out. I'll tell you what, these bolts up here are easy. I mean, they really are.
Okay.
And
I'll start working on that.
this one will probably...
Scoot that towards me a little bit.
I will not. I will pick it up and move it. We're literally disassembling the entire vehicle.
Well,
Is the drive shaft out yet?
It's just sitting there.
Because it doesn't have a rear end in it. We don't have to remove that.
It's just sitting there so it didn't leak out. Yeah, it's just slide it out the back. As the self-proclaimed.
What?
You heard me.
What?
Self-proclaimed king of all nitrous.
Oh, no. No.
My question for you is,
Yeah, I'm ready.
Should the plate, I assume the plate should go above the spacer, in between the carb and the spacer?
No, you want to
it
put
as high as possible?
no, you want the plate down low.
Low, close to the velocity.
Well, it
Spray
really
to the-
depends on the plate and it depends on the intake. Or you're going to put a single plane on it, aren't you?
They won't let me. I've tried to buy one.
Oh.
Not for 1 year. It's not.
Yeah, but it's gonna go in the Dakota.
Yeah, it's going to go in the Dakota.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Why don't we just cut the middle thing out of the dual plane?
What I'm going to say is if you want to beat that Malibu, you better put a single plane on that thing.
Can we back up? Let's back up. You're just like, you're way down the road. You're way down the road.
Okay. Sorry, I get ahead of myself.
So we all do.
Like, I bought her a bonsai kit. Like, it's a
Right there.
badass kit. It really needs to be on a single plane intake.
Can you cut the middle thing out of a dual plane?
It doesn't. That's not all there is to it, though.
How hard is it to put plugs in this thing?
They're really not that bad. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, look at this side. I mean, that side's no different, really, other than the steering shaft being there, which isn't too bad because they're angled. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need a drain pan. I need to pull the oil filter. That's gonna go everywhere.
Do I need to call my windshield guy? Does the
I don't-
windshield need to come out of it? Because he's still awake.
Not tonight. Yeah. Right.
I mean, seriously, when you take that off, that's
This
gonna
is-
drip down the headers, and it's gonna go everywhere.
Yeah, it's Kenny.
Mopar or no car? Say it with me.
Yeah, you should have cardboard and a drain pan down there.
Oil filter wrench.
Nobody moves.
I don't know where it is.
I'll find it.
I mean, we could try it, but I don't think that's coming out of there. It doesn't matter. You got to take the forward. Oh my God! All I want to do is wire tonight. That's all I wanted to do is wire.
I'd like to wire. This is stupid.
Okay, let's think about this.
Where's your wire nuts, Jeff?
No doubt. Let me get you a pin. Yeah, you're just fighting it. It's got to come off anyway.
You're doing it all the hard way, boy.
I'm gonna try it.
10:42. You got 18 minutes of my time.
You just say. Since when do we have an 11 o'clock curfew?
I have a 7:30 meeting.
Well, I'll just stay here and do your wiring for you.
I need a beauty sleep. How tight does Kenny put on oil filter?
Did Kenny put this one on? He did.
Yes, he did.
He
Allison
did.
confessed that she didn't do it.
I never said that I did it
First
in the
of all,
first place.
Allison was going to do it, and Kenny always just like
Kenny, look.
beats you to it.
Kenny is a highly productive individual.
The most productive
When
person.
Kenny sees something that needs done, it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
You don't even have to ask him.
I don't know where this is gonna go. Here's my guess. Everywhere. So
Yeah.
you can dive down there. And
Oh boy.
I'll fetch it.
here, let me do this. Let me loosen the oil filter. You hold the header, Tommy.
I'm holding it as we speak.
Well, the car's 4 feet in the air. I can't get.
Well, I can give you a special milk crate.
I think the death machine waiting to happen. Wait till you step on that. It's
It was on that tight.
well, you weren't getting off my hand. That's for sure. Okay. Now,
Loosen it
It's a
up.
polite way of saying yes.
well, you might want to move that pan because the oil is going to go and head down the header tube. I would move that pan back towards the middle. It's going to travel down the tube. You see what I mean? No, not that way. It's going to go the other way. No. 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 Yes. You're getting warmer. You know it's going to head to the back of the car.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Can't even get to the filter now.
I can get it.
Okay. Sounds fun. A roller came out.
I think it is. I think it's a hydraulic roller.
That's what I thought. There you go.
Nothing's coming out.
Well, it's sat for.
All that for nothing.
Flag. Surrender.
I don't know how it's going to come out. It will not. This tie bar right here will not fit between the bell housing and this tube ends up into here. You can see, and it won't drop down.
That's a set of headers that you tie up in there and then set the engine in.
That's exactly right.
So once your dad gets the crank bolt on, that is a 5/8 wrench, and your converter bolts. There's 3 of them. I already got 1 of them. He's gonna have to turn the flex plate.
Yeah.
And they'll spin around. Then you can get the other 2 once he gets the crank bolt on.
Oh my goodness. Have you had this in there?
Yeah. Beat it down here, Bill. Beat it down here.
Okay, ready?
Go ahead.
Here we go, boy. She's a turning, yeah.
Almost there. One last.
Or bus driver.
All right, win.
But I think schools have rules. That one incident?
You're tightening, I think.
Shop supervisor's still up.
There you go.
We need to be on opposite sides so I can pull.
Wait a minute, before we go any further, we're all convinced this converter's too tight, right? The answer is yes.
Well, she'll loosen up. You throw enough spray to it.
I mean, we are doing this for good reason.
Right. I hope.
Jeff, you look really funny from down here.
How do you see me? Are my nose hairs tighty?
Yum.
I hope so.
Well, you know how good these iPhone cameras are.
I just groomed, so it's not that big, bro.
Good work, champ. All right, spin her over a little more.
Spin her some more, old
Where are you putting the other ones?
They're
ready?
somewhere on the floor. Yep,
Here we go.
right there.
Okay.
That it?
Is that
Yep.
cost saving measure by General Motors?
Do you know what voice he's doing, Jeff?
No, I don't.
It's Foghorn Leghorn
Oh,
with a little bit of hillbilly.
oh yeah, the little
Me.
one just drove it.
I thought about it. Okay.
Converter bolts are out. All right. So to say that tonight did not go as planned would be an understatement.
Oh, don't touch the wires.
Yeah.
The curves.
Jeff didn't even get to do wiring. The transmission's still in the car. The converter's still in the car. Let's just do a rundown real quick. So I took the starter off, which led to the starter being stuck in the headers, which means we need to take the headers out because we can't get the transmission out because the headers won't clearance. So we tried to take a header
So we
out.
were just gonna have to do the driver's side because we thought that the other side would clear, which it will now. But then we found out that the bell housing bolt couldn't get it out without taking the other header off.
No, because the oil pump is in the way.
Oh,
the
the
oil
oil-
filter.
the
Sorry,
oil filter,
sorry.
you're
Oil
right, you're
filter.
You're right.
Just it was all bad. Snowball effect. It's all bad, but we're gonna come back. We already got the converter bolts out. We have 5 more bell housing bolts. We have to get the transmission cross member out. Wait, this really isn't gonna be a closing.
Yeah, it'll be closing. We'll
You
just
wanna
do
do 2
first.
videos?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
this video's
filmed
gonna be
so
way
much.
too long. Okay.
We had a fun visitor.
We had a visitor arrive.
We're gonna have to.
Next video, we're getting the transmission out. We're switching converters.
Yes,
we have to.
We're going to. Determined.
The only reason we're not tonight is because Jeff has a meeting at 7:30 and it's midnight.
Yes. And
And he doesn't trust us to work on the car alone.
completely fair.
His whole shop will burn down after 5 minutes of him being gone. All right, this is going on way too long. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys in part 2 of this fiasco.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully.
I know we're racing this weekend, so we'll be gone Friday, Saturday,
Cincy
and
Street
then
Nights.
Easter Sunday.
Cincy Street Nights Friday night. I-60 Saturday if the weather's good. Also, we forgot to mention, Jeff had to cancel the order on the strange rear end. So that set us back quite a bit.
So the car is not going to be running by the end of the month.
The
Unless
car...
an absolute
and
miracle
my race
happens.
got canceled last weekend too, because people were asking about that.
Yeah.
So I didn't race. So people were... The race at Kilcare got canceled because of weather.
That's all right.
His car has not moved from the corner of shame over there yet. The corner of shame.
You see the corner of shame when we just talked about how the dart's moving back. Yeah, it makes sense.
Exactly. So,
Right.
Jeff is placing an order for a Mosier rear end now. And that is going to be at least 4 weeks probably, if everything goes right. That's what they told us last time, and nothing went right. So,
Yeah, we found out they haven't even started assembling the rear end.
yeah.
Let
Well,
alone
because
half
they
the
don't
parts.
start assembling it until
Yeah.
they have all the chunks.
Supply chain issues.
Wonder why.
Yeah.
Hurting everybody.
Yep.
No politics.
Including us.
No,
But that's another story.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in part 2 of this video. We hope you enjoy, and we hope you laugh as much as we were laughing. If you don't, I'm sorry. Your humor sucks.
He's had an attitude all night. Jeez.